Damon, a little bit blustery out there today with some of those winds moving through the area, like we were talking about following this braking situation with this explosion and fire in Silver Spring. That certainly didn't help firefighters put out that blaze today as winds are whipping through the region. No,
and there was actually in the National Weather Service's forecast discussion this morning, they talked about the elevated threat for fire spread if one were to start. Wow. So yeah, just ironic that's how it all sets up, and they're going to be battling that, I'm sure, through the afternoon because these winds, they're not going to be letting up. It's turning into a pretty decent day overall. We have the sunshine out there yet again after a few showers and some clouds during the overnight hours, but this is a little deceiving because we have the wind that we are dealing with, and then on top of that, it is a little bit chillier as we are pushing some of that warmer air from the last few days out and bringing in some chillier air for the end of the week. Those temperatures have not budged much at all from early this morning. It's 44 right now in Hagerstown with a northwest wind at around 10 miles per hour, but that is not the lightest wind speed we are seeing out there here as we move into the afternoon, and some of that cooler air from the north and west is starting to move south. It's slowly moving south, though. We have some lower to middle 50s still in place along I-66 into the D.C. metro and more to the south, where that transition zone is right through the heart of the four-state region, looking more like those middle 40s, if not even into the upper 30s as you start to enter north into southern Pennsylvania. And there are those wind speeds again, gusting up to around 16 miles per hour in the D.C. metro right now. That's the same across much of northern Virginia, and even higher wind speeds can be found back across the mountains. And yes, that is going to cause some problems in the case of those firefighters fighting that blaze here today. And that wind is still not going to let up much as we continue to bring that cooler air in. This is clearing out any leftover cloud cover from this morning, and things will turn fairly clear thanks to the cold front from earlier on, very much south of the area at this point, and nothing but cool and dry air on the horizon as high pressure back over the upper Midwest starts to move into our neck of the woods as we get to the end of this week. So those breezes will continue into this evening, and we are back to that chillier weather once again for a very brief time. But later this weekend, temperatures are ramping up again more than they have over the last several weeks. We're reaching the 70s by Sunday and Monday, the warmest stretch of weather we've had in quite some time. And then it looks like behind that, showers will follow suit as a storm system swings through behind all of that warm air. But for right now, these temperatures are not going much of anywhere. They're going to stay steady, mostly in the 40s to the north, 50s to the south as we head toward the evening time. But by 9 o'clock, everybody's going to start to level out and turn cold once again. We're talking about below freezing temperatures, and then by sunrise tomorrow morning, those lows will be down in the lower to middle 20s. A little bit of a shock to the system to remind us that yes, it is still early March after all, and high temps tomorrow will barely scrape back into the 40s as this chillier air mass lingers at least until Saturday. And the wind speed again still worth monitoring. Up to about 25-mile-per-hour gusts can be expected through this afternoon and into the very early part of the overnight. But thankfully, as those coldest temperatures start to fill their way in, the wind does calm down pretty decently, but we could still be talking about wind chills around the teens starting out tomorrow morning. But again, there's hope on the horizon on that 7-day right there. 60 on Saturday, 70s Sunday into Monday. But then again, we are going to be dealing with the soggier weather Monday into Tuesday.